I think we can all agree that scalpers, people who buy shit that other people want, that they themselves have zero vested interest in, and then proceed to sell that shit online for ludicrous prices that, mind you, should guarantee them a first-class ticket to the lowest rungs of hell, are awful fucking people. Whether they're pricing you out of buying that shiny new console, or they're pricing you out of seeing your favorite artist perform live, or they're pricing you out of some shiny new crepes, or fuck it, pricing little kids out of playing a children's trading card game. What the fuck is going on? Pretty scummy behavior, right? But what if I told you that scalpers have started to dig themselves into a new low? Lows the likes of which we have never seen! In addition to jacking up the prices to a crazy stupid level that doesn't make sense, scalpers are now stealing the items off of the individuals with the purpose of reselling them. And the item in question today that we're looking at is this little shaitan over here that has gone by many names over many lifetimes. Abaddon the Destroyer, Arthul the Blighted One, Glub Shiro. But for the purposes of this video, we will be referring to her by her maiden name, Labubu. And if you want to know why a subsect of ghouls are stealing Labubus out of people's cars, shopping bags, or for their person in general, to the point where you have insurance companies saying, yeah, fuck it, we'll make money off of this, we'll insure your little Labubus for you, we love making money off of the inevitable, then drop a like, leave a sub, and let my voice suckle on that dangly part of your ear while I tell you about the tale of Labubu. Now, for those of you that are not in the know like myself, upon researching this story, Labubu was a character created by Kang Leung, and like her first appearance was in the series of children's books called The Monsters, which was released back in 2015. And the crazy part is that The Monsters had like a lot of characters in them, like a lot of characters, bare characters, some really cool ones, but for some reason, Labubu was the character that the whole world resonated with the most. So much so that you have really famous international superstars like Dua Lipa, Rihanna, and some K-pop stars just rocking Labubus all around, which naturally would jack up the price and the demand for these little shits, right? And like I said in the beginning, I for one did not know that these little things existed, let alone that they come in different colors and different accessories, and the fact that niggas are just swiping them left, right, and center to get a devious but scummy bag. Labubu figures have become so insanely popular that some customers are literally taking out insurance on the dolls for fear that they might get stolen to be resold online. Now, if one were to examine my persona online, you would think that I would hold the belief that getting insurance on your little fuzzy toy lies firmly in the realm of the psychotic. And even though that's true, the most psychotic part about this entire story is that we just can't have shit anymore. We just can't have shit. We can't have shit. We can't have shit anymore. We're stealing people's dolls. Like, grown men and women are stealing people's toys. They're fucking dolls, man. I swear to God that every single hobby on the planet, whether it involves a physical item or not, is being ripped by scalpers that we can do nothing about save for hacking them and gunning them down in the street and watching dogs on their You have to censor that. Wanna buy this fun little plushie? Fuck you. Wanna buy this new console? Fuck you. You wanna go to a concert? Fuck you and suck your nan. Whenever I think of scalpers, I'm always reminded of this episode of Ed, Edd and Eddy where like Ed was sleepwalking and simultaneously gorging himself on the contents of everyone's fridges in the cul-de-sac, and like the episode ends by like the Eds selling the kids back the contents of their fridge, and then like, the way that they had to get it is that to shove their hands deep down inside Ed's mouth and just wiggle around and search for what they're looking for. All this to say that if you're gonna scalp, like if you really and truly have to scalp, at the very least, please swallow your stock whole so that the people that actually want the stuff can fish it out of your swollen, bloated corpse. Travel insurance provider Passport Card cites that 1 in 3 millennials or Gen Zers have thought about insuring their Labubu merch when traveling abroad. Oh, but Kami, why don't they just leave their toys at home? Oh, if they know that there's toys have a chance of being stolen, why don't they just leave them at home? Oh, what's gonna happen anyway? Oh. Real hot take coming, so allow me this Olympic stretch, but I'm of the firm belief that people who say that, hey, you should leave X at home because it's gonna get nicked, are the same people who say, hey, women should cover up because they're liable to get catcalled or assaulted out in public. And I refuse to elaborate further. Just kidding, I will. You're all victim blaming. And yes, having your little furball stolen from you is not the same as having your entire physical and mental world rocked by some dickhead because you decided to be the baddest bitch you could be that day. They are not the same thing. But what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to the situation of why did you do X because you know Y would happen, when Y is at the core of this problem, the problem is Y, the problem is not X, we should be framing the question differently. So the question shouldn't be, hey, why didn't you leave your Labubu at home? The question should be, hey, how far under the prison can we bury this grown man who decided to steal a toy off of someone who's just minding their own business? Why do I live in a society where people live in fear of their little furballs being snatched from them for no fucking reason? What the fuck is going on? I hate that we're here. I don't like this. Get me off this ride. More specifically, 1 in 4 Australian travelers have thought the same, with an average of 20% of total travelers fearing the figures will be specific targets for pickpocketers abroad. Which leads to this, the goddamn insurance companies. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have another example of two things being true at the same time. On one hand, at least there is some sort of recompense you can get if your toy does get stolen by some greedy fuck that has nothing to do with you. But on the other hand, holy shit, holy fuck, I hate the fact that insurance companies have capitalized on the concept of inevitability. Very quick to take and demand your money, but the moment you actually claim what you are owed as per the contract, you can be fucking certain that they will move heaven and earth, as well as performing a circa 400 BC pagan ritual in order to make sure that you never see your money ever again. If I sounded hyperbolic there, it is because I am financially illiterate. Yeah! No fucking way I fumbled that. Jesus. If I sounded hyperbolic there, it's because I am financially illiterate. God, thank God I got that. Holy shit. And you probably shouldn't take my word or advice when I talk about anything financial because I'm very bad at money. But all of this just sounds like a pseudo pyramid scheme, you know, a pyramid scheme with less steps. Hey, but that's just me. You consider some Labubus are now selling for nearly $652 US on resale sites. It makes sense why they want to protect them. Jesus Christ, that's rent. That is rent. This is starting to make a little more sense now. All this is telling me is that's motherfucking shiesty season. In fact, several Labubu fans have come forward with stories of how their plushies were stolen while out and about, such as TikToker Sarah Marison, however you say her name, who says her figure got lifted from her bag while shopping at the Grove in Los Angeles, California, in case you forgot where Los Angeles is. Well, you know what they say, women be shopping, and having their shopping nicked out of their shopping bags. What the fuck is going on? I need not remind everyone that this is about plushies. This is about soft toys. People are stealing plushies. There is no other word that better describes all of this behavior than scum fuckery. Good God, man. What is happening? Two different Labubu fans and international jet setters admitted to the Daily Telegraph that they've taken out insurance packages on their grinning Labubu figures. I've been hearing about many people having their stolen. 24-year-old Olivia Bubalero revealed. I did some research, and once I found an insurance package that included my Labubu and personal items of value, then it was a no-brainer. If I lost one on a trip, I'd feel sad, especially nowadays with how hard they were to get and how long ago I bought them. They're a part of me at this point, Rachel Clayton said, who took out a $98 policy on her Labubu collection. I'll admit the last one was a tad dramatic, but I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge that we live in a materialistic society and people form emotional bonds with the shit that they buy, which is fine, which is natural. You're God-given right to do that. But back to the whole stealing aspect of this whole thing, I want everyone to know that stealing, like everything else, exists on a spectrum. And for the next part of this video, I need you to pretend that I'm saying in Minecraft after every sentence because I personally could not be fucked to do so myself. On one side of the spectrum, you have the cool kind of stealing, you know, some calm, some light, you know, a little loaf of bread to hold you down for the day. Calm. Good old-fashioned bank robbery where no one gets hurt. Still calm. Any video game that has the audacity to be priced $90 and above. Still calm, light work, no reaction. Then there's the not so cool type of stealing. Someone's life. I've been told that's not calm. Some old person's pension fund. Again, not calm. And then there's this whole Labubu situation. The modern day equivalent of taking candy from a baby and then proceeding to sell said candy to another baby for an even higher price. Again, super not cool. And then it's like when you start to deep it, Are scalpers just willfully unemployed losers? I get it, being unemployed sucks, and at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, you gotta get it how it lives. Fully understand that. But this type of shit gotta require some sort of setup to get going, man. Like, the amount of setup and legwork that no rational unemployed nigga would even dare dream of putting in. And these men are engaging in psychological warfare tactics, and they are winning, because it is one thing capitalizing on someone's FOMO by buying up all the stock of insert card game here like a cunt. Let me reiterate, like a cunt. But now we're just doing crimes. We're just stealing from people. And I get it, the bag over everything. You can't deny that you can't see where these scalpers are coming from. Oh, there's a non-zero chance that I can turn this investment into a massive profit because I'm capitalizing on people's FOMO, which is only exacerbated by social media, and it's not illegal. Of course I'm fucking doing it. Of course. Well, at least that's what they're thinking. But again, you're just being a cunt. And when you add stealing into the mix, not only are you just a cunt, you're May Musk's cunt. Objectively, the worst kind of cunt to be. Moral of the story, we should start scalping scalpers. And no, I don't mean putting them up for sale on a resale site. I mean literally taking the sharpest object you can find. I hate how prevalent scalping is. Like, it just ruins everything for everyone else. Whether you want like a physical item or you want to go to an experience, there's always going to be some dickhead trying to make money off of that. It's always, how much money can I make and how fast can I make that money? Yeah, I know some places and some sites have like put up precautions to prevent scalping, but then it just creates more hoops for the consumer to jump through in order to get that new thing that they want, just because someone probably across the fucking planet wants to be a dickhead. But that's all I got for you today. So until next time, if you grow up, I will imbue your soul into a Labubu and make sure you are auctioned off to a person who's going to put you in a funny see-through jar. Trust me, you don't want that to happen. Leave a like, drop a sub, and I will love you lot in the next video. Away.